come. We must never stop the way, yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name. Grass green and so alive. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a roll. Savannah, light is gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a roll. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a roll. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah.
Less than 2 minutes. Ooh, we got a little spike. Okay. Let's get into it. Hope everybody's day's been going well. Tomorrow we'll play Crimson Desert or Dessert, depending on how you want to play it. Okay.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
Hold on. What if? Hold on.
I think I saw something move.
Okay, that didn't work. I was hoping I could talk to them before, like, I could have to sneak in. I was thinking of, like, maybe I could, like, bribe one of them, you know? Be like, hey, buddy, you don't need work anymore. Here's some money. Give me your clothes. Like, that's what I thought I could do. Never mind.
Dressed like those people who work on building sites, no one would notice us.
How do we know someone else? Oh. Oh, wait. Hold on. I just saw you press F to hit them, but you got like a real quick second to press that. I never seen it before.
Although it would be extremely difficult for me to stomach, if we want to be inconspicuous, we should dress like poor workers. What's that noise? Although it would be extremely difficult for me to stomach, if we want to be inconspicuous, we should dress like poor workers.
Ahoy! Is anybody there?
Ugh. Although it would be extremely difficult for me to stomach, if we want to be inconspicuous,
Dressed like those people who work on building sites, no one would notice us. Dressed like those people who work on building sites, no one would notice us.
ugh. Although it would be extremely difficult for me to stomach, if we want to be inconspicuous, we should dress like poor workers.
Talking to the family. And this is why you never give up. This is why you always gotta keep going for those gloves. Damn. Very good stats. Oh yeah, and then getting a gun. Okay. This person like runs back and forth. If you notice.
Hey! Who goes there?
Damn it. It's such an awkward animation because it's so weird. It's the only one I see is just like like it doesn't give a player like enough time to run over. I did get an achievement by the way for knocking that person out.
Although it would be extremely difficult for me to stomach, if we want to be inconspicuous, we should dress like poor workers.
Hey, there's something new.
Jesus Christ, it's that one person. Like I don't mind the other ones, but it's this one character that's just like running back and forth for whatever reason. And it's not like it runs, spalls, then runs back. It's just constantly running back and forth.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
Hey! Who goes there?
Fuck me.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
What's that noise?
Jesus Christ. I'm like in the worst position.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
Hey! Who goes there?
Oh my god, as soon as I stood up. I'm trying to time it where they go by, but because I can't see through the fucking wood, I can't go by it.
Although it would be extremely difficult for me to stomach, if we want to be inconspicuous, We should dress like poor workers.
I'm still trying to figure out how to get past them. Okay, now at least I can see them.
Sailors!
I don't even know what happened there. The stealth thing is a lot harder in this one than the other ones. The first one, at least.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
How they... How...
Hey! Who goes there?
He's making it. That it's this character right there that's making this impossible to get through. Also, I can't see on the floor any like tiles, so I know where they're looking at.
Although it would be extremely
I thought that was
difficult
supposed
for
to be
me
a thing. What
stomach,
happened then?
If we want to be inconspicuous, we should dress like poor workers.
Uh-oh. All right, these I'll save. What? How? Yo, I swear. The game be just cheating sometimes.
Dressed like those people who work on building sites, no one would notice us.
Alright, so you stay down. Do you see now the game registered them as down here? You notice that, right? Because even the game was like, all right, that one was kind of like bullshit. We should have gave you that one. Okay. Really? I don't know if that was worth it. I'm gonna let that work because I don't know how he was going to turn around. All right. Well, I'm glad they gave me that leeway. I'm actually confused. Let me go over here. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. The
Ahoy!
fuck was
Is
that?
anybody there?
Hold on. He sprinted towards me. That was bullshit. And then walked.
Although it would be extremely difficult for me to stomach, if we want to be inconspicuous, we should dress
I think even
like
the
full
game knew it.
workers.
Because the game auto-saved here. So I know the developers must have had a thought about that. What is this?
Did you hear that?
BS, because they moved the animations history, and also they somehow knew I was there too. The stealth in this game is very uneven.
Dressed like those people who work on building sites, no one would notice us.
Look at this. Look at that BS. Like, why is that a corner? Why are their animation speed so fast during that?
Dressed like those people who work on building sites, no one would notice us.
Look, his thing goes up. I mean, he's not even looking at me.
You can't come in here. Move along.
What?
You can't come in here. Move along. You can't come in here. Move along.
He kicked me out. Oh my god, this game has so many flaws with their stealth. I think this is supposed to be their stealth section.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
Ugh.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
Damn.
Although it would be extremely difficult for me to stomach, if we want to be inconspicuous, we should dress like poor workers.
Dressed like those people who work on building sites, no one would notice us.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
Ugh, I can't do it.
Damn.
Although it would be extremely difficult for me to stomach, if we want to be inconspicuous, we should dress like poor workers.
This is gonna take a while, I have a feeling.
Dressed like those people who work on building sites, no one would notice us.
Damn. What is the fucking chances?
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
I know it says 15%, but it's feeling a little lower than that.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
Ugh, I can't.
Dressed like those people who work on building sites, no one would notice us.
Ugh, I can't do.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
Damn. I haven't passed it. Holy shit.
Dressed like those people who work on building sites, no one would notice us.
Oh my god. Like, not even once.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
Finally. Oh. Completely useless. That was.
Let's dress like workers. No one will pay any attention to us.
What is this pathing? Okay. Bloody hell.
Hey, you! What are you doing here? You are not allowed in the warehouses. You better leave if you don't want me to call the guard.
We've come to see you because we know you have to testify against us. The head guard told us where to find you.
Yeah? So what? What do you want?
You lied when you told the guard that we attacked the Alliance men. I'm betting you were paid. Since that's all you're interested in, why not take this money and disappear for a while?
Well, I didn't really like the whole mess anyway. A little time away from the warehouses won't do me any harm. I'll get my things and you'll never hear from me again.
If it weren't for this wiper's lies, we'd be certain to get justice.
Okay. I already shoved on the. Okay. Okay, that's find out why. Okay, last one. Damn, that was actually close. All right, well, let me do it, but. That'll be better than some of the other stuff I had, but no. I guess because I modded it. Okay, so. Move it down there.
You'd be better off talking to a captain. I'm just a sailor.
Okay.
Let's show them what we're made of.
Okay, then we could coat that one. Oh. What else is up? Oh, this lookout monkey. What else is there?
Let's show them what we're made of.
I see tracks over here.
Let's show them what we're made of.
Oh, he dodged that.
My armor is now useless.
I got you. I got you.
Liam. When Chateau Camille?
Be quiet. We don't want to be overheard. Look out! Guards!
Trying to see if there's any other place. Because obviously we need to get over there. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely the hair. Told you.
Be quiet. We don't want to be overheard.
I got to push it. Cause like, look at this. He's looking directly at you, and there's no like he can't see. I don't know why you put here from, but thank you. Yep.
Be quiet. We don't want to be overheard.
You know how fucked that up is? I knew it was there, and I still fell for it.
I can't do it.
My paramedic character has decided to fish. And bailed.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here. This is some sort of contract between the emissary and Duarte, the false witness. It's all very clear. She paid him to alert the head guard and to tell him he'd seen us attacking the others. There's even a bonus fee for going to trial. There's also a note, undoubtedly for a future report. It explains the entire plan. I should read it in more detail. This could turn the tables at the trial.
Okay. Because the only thing I should do is go to key items. I guess I must already, it counts as being read if it's already here. So we'll just go to the trial now and set our friend free. Why do you think I'm blind? Because you meow at me so much, so you know I'm coming. I'm a kitty. Ah. Okay.
There you are. Any news? Preparations are underway on my side, but without your help, I'll have trouble defending you.
I think it happened.
We found 2 witnesses who could vouch for us. The ink mistress, who heard the scene though she couldn't see it, and the carpenter who witnessed the whole thing. However, the carpenter warned us that his word would carry little weight.
What can the ink mistress report?
That she heard one of the men from the Bridge Alliance insult us before the attack.
So that contradicts the idea that this was an unwarranted attack. But it doesn't justify murder. And this carpenter...
He witnessed the whole thing and can confirm our innocence. But he told us that his testimony wouldn't help us.
I know who you're talking about, and he's not wrong. His past actions mean he's hardly credible. And his support for Alvida could easily be called into question. So if I were you, I'd think twice before putting him on the stand. It would be better to find other evidence or find the prosecution's infamous witness before going to trial.
We've spoken to the prosecution's witness, who won't be testifying at the trial.
Excellent. I hope you didn't use any underhanded methods that could backfire. But this will give you a much better chance at clearing your names, as the emissary will have nothing to back up her accusations. The whole affair seemed suspicious, but the witness's reversal makes me think there's more to it than that. Some dark plot whose inner workings we may never understand.
And then
We discovered that the emissary has a hideout outside the city where she carried out business deals. She had documents there proving beyond doubt that she was behind the whole thing.
I suspected as much. But why would she do that?
So that the Nords would have no sympathy for my people. That they would think we are savages, and would have no second thoughts about participating in our destruction.
It's horrifying, and I'm furious at the idea that someone could have tried to manipulate our people in this way. This emissary won't get away with it, I promise.
We think we're ready for the trial.
I think we have more than enough to clear you. Remember to give me all the documents I'll need to show, as well as the names of the witnesses, and we can go. Don't forget that during the trial, it will be up to you to tell me who to call and what to share.
okay. So now we're going through the trial process.
Defendants, take your seats. The trial is about to begin. We are gathered here before Admirals Cabral and Barcelos. I shall be representing the inhabitants of this island. Our aim is to clarify the events that took place in front of the Ink Mistress's workshop, which led to the deaths of several of the Bridge Alliance emissaries' escorts. The emissary will represent the prosecution. Is the emissary here and ready to present her arguments?
Yes.
I am. And I will prove beyond
Oh,
the
it's her.
shadow of
Not
doubt
there.
that
Don't worry
these
about her.
savages murdered my escort and brought chaos to this island.
Chaos,
The
chaos, chaos.
defendants are Captain Alvida and the group of foreigners who are her guests. They are represented by the master of the shipyard.
We are also ready.
Very well. The prosecution has the floor.
Your honors, Noughts, I come here to seek justice for the lives of my men who were murdered on your streets. And I will prove to you that these savages are the killers.
Please explain how your men ended up in this part of town, when they were supposed to be part of your escort.
I'd given them the afternoon off, so I assume they were sightseeing. That's when they were attacked by these islanders and their companions.
Why would they do that?
Because they're savages. Ever since my people first set foot on Tir Fredi, we witnessed nothing but savagery. They constantly reject any form of progress. They kill people, massacre them if need be,
Really?
and then pass themselves off as victims. They lure far more sophisticated people into their nets and make them pay for their crimes. Which explains why these eminent representatives of other peoples from the continent, as well as Captain Alvida, are here.
This whole speech sounds like an indictment, but you haven't provided any evidence.
This is true. Do you have any evidence or witnesses to call?
I do. I call Longshoreman Duarte to the stand.
Let's see. Does he come?
Where is your witness, emissary?
I don't have the slightest idea.
You're wasting our time, emissary. Do you have any other witnesses?
I'll call the head guard.
The head guard didn't show up until after the fight.
Don't worry. We can cross-examine him if you wish.
Very well. Can you tell us what you witnessed that day?
We were on patrol in the neighborhood, and a longshoreman came to tell us that some savages had attacked a group of Alliance foreigners. We
Really?
got there as quickly as we could, but by the time we arrived, the savages were putting away their weapons and the others were lying dead on the ground.
Is there any way they could have just been passing by and had drawn their weapons to assist my men?
No, they were covered in the men's blood. And we saw them finish off the last one as we approached. I'm sorry. I wish we'd gotten there sooner. We could have saved your men.
You did your duty. What could you have possibly done in the face of such savagery? What happened next?
We wanted to arrest them, but the master of the shipyard intervened and reminded us that we could only arrest the captain.
A law that's difficult to swallow when it's obvious that the ones it benefits are the true culprits, and the innocent must shoulder the burden of their crimes.
In the context of this court, you will abstain from criticizing our laws, emissary.
Of course, forgive me. I have no further questions for this witness.
Does the defense wish to question the witness?
Yes. Yes.
Ask him if he can confirm who started the attack.
According to your own testimony, you did not witness the attack, yet you arrested the captain.
Well, those men have been killed, and it was obvious that the captain and her friends were responsible for their deaths.
Really? Would the scene you discovered have been different if these people were the victims of a vicious attack and were only defending themselves?
I suppose the scene would have been the same, yes. But the longshoreman?
Since the longshoreman isn't here, what he told you can't be trusted. What was the first thing the defendants said to you? when you tried to arrest them?
They were only defending themselves.
Mm.
I have no further questions.
Now that the prosecution has presented its evidence and witnesses, it's time for the defense to present its case.
It's our turn now. What would you like us to present first? I call the Ink Mistress.
We'll start with the
stand.
witnesses.
Can you tell us what happened during the attack in front of your workshop?
I was inside my workshop at the time of the attack, and unfortunately, I didn't see the fight.
That's a very useful testimony.
The prosecution will refrain from commenting until the floor is opened. Continue, Mistress.
I didn't see anything, but I did hear what happened. I clearly heard someone shouting something before the fighting started.
Can you tell us what was shouted?
Not entirely, but I distinctly heard the words savage and traitor.
It was the native who was shouting as she threw herself at my men.
No, I didn't recognize the voice. It wasn't any of the defendants. It was a different voice. What's more, I'd like to add that the defendants were thoughtful, not the savages they've been made out to be.
Thank you, Mistress. It seems clear that the attack was preceded by insults that were proffered by the emissary's men.
That's right, they started it. I fucked them up afterwards. They found around and fucked up. They fucked up and found around.
Madam, we have tolerated your repeated interruptions, despite our requests to respect the protocol. But we will not tolerate you questioning the word of an eminent figure on our island. Does the prosecution have any questions for this witness?
No, I have no questions for the venerable mistress.
Would you like to call Silvio the carpenter to testify?
I'm not sure it's a good idea, but I'll let you decide.
Call the carpenter to the stand. He's the only one who really saw what happened.
Of course. I hope his reputation won't detract from the value of his testimony. I call Carpenter Silvio to the stand. Can you tell us where you were when the attack took place?
I was in my workshop, which is partly open to the outside. It's across from the Ink Mistress's workshop.
So you saw the whole thing. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, I saw everything. I saw the defendants leaving the Mistress's workshop. Then a group of armed men in Alliance uniforms appeared. They called the group savages and traitors and attacked them on sight. The defendants were forced to defend themselves. They were much better fighters than their attackers and had no trouble defeating them.
Lies! My trained soldiers would never have been defeated by this savage and her followers if they hadn't been taken by surprise.
Yes, they can.
Silence! Let the witness finish.
Then the head guard and his men showed up. So did you, Master. And they arrested the captain.
I have no further questions for this witness. After listening to this testimony, it seems clear to me that the defendants were attacked, and that they therefore are not to blame.
Does the prosecution wish to question the witness?
Absolutely. You're a carpenter now. But what did you do before that?
I was a shipwright.
That's a far more noble and respected profession in Yuxantis. What happened to you?
I lost my job and my rank after one of the ships I'd worked on sank. I was blamed for the loss of the ship and the deaths of the crew.
Tell me, who was the captain of this ship?
The ship's captain was named Estrella.
She was Captain Alvida's mother. Isn't it only natural that this man, who feels like he owes a debt to the captain, the same captain who risks paying a high price for her guests' violence, would take the stand and lie for her in order to make up for it? Can you believe a man who was responsible for the deaths of an entire crew?
I mean, yes, we can.
I warned you.
Do you have any further questions for this witness, emissary?
No. I'm done with him.
Does the defense have any other witnesses to call?
I was thinking of calling Alvida to the stand. You were all witnesses, but her word carries more weight here than yours. What do you think?
Yeah,
Call Alvida. She can testify.
because she
for herself.
represents the place.
I'm more than willing to answer your questions, and those of this snake.
I call the defendant, Captain Alvida, to the stand. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what happened that day, in your own words?
My name is Captain Alvida. I had just received my new ink when it happened.
Can you remind the court of what you did to earn this new rank?
I sailed from the coast of Tynea to Yaxantis in a fisherman's skiff.
A true feat. Please continue.
We barely set foot outside the ink mistress's shop when a group of alliance men approached. One of them shouted at us that we were savages and traitors to our people, and that they were going to show us our true place. Then they attacked us. Fortunately, we were able to defeat them. It was only then that the head guard arrived.
Yeah, tell
He
him.
wanted to arrest everyone, and you stopped him. So, I was the only one who was taken to jail, since my friends here were my guests.
Thank you, Captain. I have no further questions.
Does the prosecution have any questions for this witness?
Of course. Captain, are you sure your savage friend here didn't attack my men before you had time to see it? You wouldn't be the first person to trust in these animals and be betrayed by them.
I'm absolutely certain that the events took place just as I described them. And please don't compare my friend to an animal.
Then how do you explain that a Naut longshoreman alerted the head guard and pointed you out as the attackers?
The only explanation is that he was lying.
That is
Yes.
to say, you're not the one who's lying. Your hands are red with the blood of my men.
Emissary, please control yourself.
Yeah,
If you
control
show
yourself.
disrespect to the witness again, we will put an end to this trial immediately.
Please, forgive me. I have no further questions.
Master, we have no further witnesses.
And then I guess we can present the evidence.
We shall now proceed to show our evidence.
We would now like to present some evidence that has come to light in the course of our investigation.
Evidence? Evidence of what?
Emissary, the defense has the floor.
God, that
Please
she
allow
keeps
the
being
master
so
of the shipyard
rude.
to present his case.
I have here a document signed by this very emissary, which mentions an agreement with a certain Duarte, who works as a longshoreman. The document states that this man is to alert the head guard that an attack is taking place against the Alliance's men. It also states that he will have to testify before this court, and specifically identify the natives from Tir Fredi as being behind the attack. The reward for this service is a very substantial sum of money.
It must be a forgery. A forgery created by the defendants to escape a fair punishment.
As our master librarian is a handwriting specialist, I suggest that he examine this contract and give us his expert opinion on the matter.
I will look into this during the deliberations. Have you found any other evidence?
We would like to present this
+2.
report, which was found in a hideout, where this very emissary was participating in suspicious
Okay,
activities.
I think that's a +3 I got.
Dare you? What kind of scandalous accusation is that?
Explain yourself, Master of the Shipyard. It is highly unusual to describe the person representing the prosecution in this manner.
How else can I describe the activities that required the emissary to travel to an obscure cabin in the inland territory? Not to mention the fact that this report describes these activities in great detail.
Lies. Lies and more lies. An outrageous forgery.
Let the defense continue.
The emissary and her men were obviously making deals with some of our more law-averse knots to smuggle contraband.
For shame. Master, I'm counting on you to give us these documents so that we can find the culprits.
Yes. We won't let a few bad apples spoil the guild's reputation.
And just how did you find this obviously forged report?
You may ask your questions when the defense has finished. Carry on, Master of the Shipyard.
In addition to the highly instructive explanations of their smuggling activities, these documents also include a very important element that is of interest in these proceedings. The attack is clearly planned out in detail. The head guard was to be alerted as soon as it took place. If the Alliance men were able to kill the natives, the captain and her companions, then the testimony of the longshoreman and the head guard was to have cleared them of any suspicion. If not, well, we've all seen how the rest of the plan was to play out.
Nonsense! This is unacceptable.
Why would the emissary have planned such a dire scheme that would surely put the lives of her men at risk?
The report is very clear on this point. The aim was to decidedly tarnish the natives' reputation in our eyes. Some are starting to raise their voices here against what's happening in Tier 4D, especially concerning the deportation of the natives. If we all thought the natives were savages and beasts, we'd have fewer scruples about dealing with them, wouldn't we?
That's exactly what they are.
That's
Animals.
enough, man.
Damn.
How dare you?
At least I like that they're trying to interrupt. That feels more natural.
And if it proves to be true, you'll be the one to answer for it.
Master, do you have any further evidence to submit?
No, we have nothing further to present to the court.
Okay.
We have nothing more
Is
to
that
add.
a +5
Defense
at
has
the end of
presented
this?
all of its evidence, and will now defer to the council's judgment.
In that case, we will now take leave to deliberate.
Can't I plead my case?
If you were hoping to make a case for your ideas, you should know that's not how things work around here. The witnesses and the evidence are presented, and anyone can examine and refute them, but the final decision is the council's. We'll return once a unanimous decision has been made. The council has come to a decision. I now give the floor to Admiral Cabral, who will announce the verdict.
Thank you. The trial was a farce. It was an obvious attempt to use the Nauts to further the political ambitions of certain factions of the Alliance.
I protest!
We will not stand for it. We
You see,
find
that's good
Captain
writing when
Alvida
they try
and
to
her
interrupt.
companions
Makes him feel more
innocent,
natural.
Of course. And the Alliance emissary and her retinue are henceforth banished from Yuxantis.
Banished? If you think we're going to accept...
Silence! This is our island. You shall respect our laws. You will be taken back to the mainland as soon as possible. And a thorough investigation will be carried out to identify and bring to justice all those who colluded with you.
The council has ruled, and the court is adjourned.
You're free and may do as you please until you're ready to board your ship, Captain. Despite the trial, I've had the shipyard working on it, and it'll be ready to sail with the tide tomorrow.
Captain, I know what you think of me, what everyone thinks of me. But could I have a word with you?
What is it?
I hear you're looking for your mother's logbook. I know where it is.
Oh, is that like a companion
Is that
question?
so? How could you possibly know that?
I'll tell you when the time comes, but not here. Meet me at the tavern when you're done.
I don't trust you, Silvio, but I'll come. It would be wrong not to hear you out at least once.
Achievement. Objection! Wait for new ship to be ready. Okay. Yes. Even I wish you could see like the actual scale in here. Yeah, that's really good.
Ah, my daughter's strange companions. I suppose I owe you an apology. If I hadn't been involved with that emissary, you wouldn't have had to prove your innocence in this mess. Take time to rest and celebrate the end of this sordid affair. Now, unless you have any questions.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Well done. You've managed to get out of this scrape brilliantly. I hold this emissary and her vision of the world in the highest contempt. I'm glad you were able to put her in her place.
Thank you for your time.
It's my pleasure.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for getting me out of there. I'm sorry that even here, you've once again been victim to the Alliance's evil scheme. But I'll get you home. I swore I would do it, and I shall. Tomorrow, we'll have a ship. And even if I can't take you to Tier 4D straight away, it's a first step.
Why do we not leave now? You say you want to take us home, but in the next breath, you tell us we have to wait.
Because this kind of expedition is incredibly expensive.
I was
Sailing
gonna
to
say.
Tier 4D takes months and costs a fortune. You're going to need a protector, a patron. But don't look at me. I don't have a coin to my name. My family does, though.
I know someone who wants to go home, too.
Not in the least. I'm very happy to be here with you. You're far less dangerous than my uncle.
We can choose our destination once we're aboard the ship. In the meantime, we can take a break at the tavern or go for a walk. Anything you like. As long as there are no bars on the windows.
Wait. I'm sorry. I overheard your conversation. I'd like to accompany you. Even if I have to wait, I'd like to go to Tier 4D with you.
There are enough of your people on our island already.
And you can surely find another ship.
Okay,
The Alliance
more
regularly
okay.
funds crossings to Hikmet.
That's true. I could probably find backing for a map-making mission, but I'd have to make compromises I'm not willing to make with people I despise. Please, let me prove that not all of my people are manipulators and forces of destruction.
She did warn us and helped us with the framing, and having an ally in the Alliance could be useful.
The best I can do is to offer to let you come aboard my ship. Whether or not you can be a part of our group is a decision that's for the others to make.
Uh-oh. Let me switch some people around. Oh wait, she's an actual party member? Huh. Okay. She's actually a hunter. Okay. Level 20. Why does that need to be level 28? Okay. Okay. Oh, she wants to talk. Okay. Stop moving.
I'd have loved a moment's peace, but I suppose that's too much to ask. So, what do you want?
Why did the Alliance invade Tiefredi? You have your own country.
That's a good question. Although I'm not sure you'll like my answer. There are resources on your island that we don't have, or no longer have, because we've exhausted them, and that we need to prosper. Your people don't exploit the land as we do, and you have vast spaces that still seem wild. But we like to domesticate nature, to enslave it as much as possible in order to build, to expand, to dominate other peoples. Our country is slowly dying, even though you may not have realized it yet. So my people are looking for new lands, and with them, a new future in a way.
But they do it at the expense of my people. Tiefredi is not uninhabited.
It's true. But our technology is superior to yours, and my people are counting on that fact to get the better of you. Most of them think they're giving you a gift by doing so. They think they will bring you civilization. I'm sorry, I know that's not a pleasant answer to hear, but that's what most of them think.
I mean, at least she's honest.
What does your job consist of?
I draw up maps. That is to say that I reconstruct on paper the reality of the world. As much as possible, of course. I go to different places and take measurements. I indicate where the mountains and forests, the rivers and springs are. Cities, villages, and roads too. In short, everything that can be useful to travelers.
And to armies.
That's true. Although I prefer to think that I only help merchants, pilgrims, and explorers. Every coin has two sides, and my work is no exception to the rule.
What brought you to Yuxantis? Just the librarian's invitation?
That's already an excellent reason, you know. That man is a font of knowledge. Exchanging with him is a real opportunity. But you're right. It wasn't the only reason. Yuxantis is very little known to people on the mainland. Nauts guard their island jealously and rarely invite foreigners to their guild. They resemble us in many ways, especially since many youngsters of my own people have joined them.
Really?
But they are also completely different. And their relationship to the sea and navigation is unique. Having the chance to discover their city, their culture, their way of life. It was an opportunity I couldn't pass up.
What brought you to Yuxantis? Just the librarian's invitation?
That's already an excellent reason.
Oh, I accidentally hit the same button. I was like, wait a minute, I think I did.
Bye.
See you.
If we keep this up, I'll end up becoming a real specialist in escaping prison by any means possible. That being said, I'm really glad that we got my dear Alvida out of this jail.
You called Alvida a good friend. However, did the diplomat on the North become close?
I met Alvida when she was a sailor on the ship that took me to Elima. We hit it off quickly, even though it may be hard to believe when you look at me today. I was a little nervous at the idea of being all alone in a foreign country. She introduced me to the beauty of travel and discovery. We met again in Elima later, when she was visiting. During one of our last encounters, she helped me out of a tricky situation, even though she didn't have to. It was the first time someone had done something for me without expecting anything in return. That's rare, especially when you're a Devesp. My, just listen to me, getting all sentimental. The reason doesn't matter much in the end. We're friends, that's all.
What do you think about the Norts and their city?
I've known the Norts Guild for a long time.
We know that.
Let's talk about it.
Always at your...
Welcome to the fishing...
Okay.
Thank you.
Come back.
So, thank you for coming. Silvio was just going to tell me where he thinks I might find my mother's logbook.
Tomorrow, you'll be given a ship. Your mother's ship, to be precise.
But I thought it was lost in the storm.
Lost? No. But it did suffer tremendous damage. It's been recovered and repaired. As you know, I was the shipwright working on her ship. Before her accident, your mother asked me to build her a cache. A cache in her cabin. Just big enough to hold a logbook. If her logbook still exists, it must be there.
Why did you come to find Alvida now?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell her about this earlier?
The trial undoubtedly roused his remorse.
It has nothing to do with the trial. Even if I would have liked to have had a louder voice to help save you from this masquerade. If I've come now, it's because you are going to take possession of the Constancia. You, on your mother's ship. It's too good an opportunity to miss. For I know that the captain's logbook will prove my innocence.
What do you know of Alvida's mother's fate?
Unfortunately, everyone knows what happened and who is responsible.
I have always worked my hardest on all the ships I was assigned to.
So we're going to
And
find
I
out that he was
never
betrayed
let your
somehow?
mother, for whom I had great respect, go to sea on a dangerous ship. I don't know what happened. There weren't many survivors, and I never had the chance to talk to them. According to the official report, the weakened ship was unable to weather the storm, and for that reason it ran aground not far from the island, resulting in the death of the captain and some of her crew. But I know that's impossible.
Didn't you lose your position because of what happened to the Constantia?
Indeed. Admiral Barcelos found me guilty of what had happened to the captain. I think he even suspects me of having done it on purpose. But since there was no real evidence against me, they just banned me from working on ships.
Thank you for answering our questions.
I still don't trust you, Silvio. But I'll check the cabin on the Constanzia once we're on board.
Oh, I sincerely hope that the logbook is still there. Because then everyone will see that I was falsely accused. I'll go back to my workshop now. Thank you for listening.
I'll do my best to repay my people's debt to your people.
You must be very proud to have been named captain.
Oh, of course. And I'm all the more proud that I got my new rank as a result of an achievement. That's not always the case, you know. Sometimes the only thing that counts is your length of service. But this rank offers me such an opportunity. I'll finally be able to make my voice heard on things that are important to me. Maybe I'll be able to convince the guild to stop its involvement in human trafficking. In any case, I'll do everything in my power to make that happen.
I won't bother you any longer.
See you soon.
I thought we'd get more dialogue. That's why I was curious if there was anything else. Okay. There's a little area that we didn't explore. I want to go over there. I never noticed, but the running animation is a little funky. Because it's trying to show their toes, I just noticed.
Sorry, you can't.
No. I wonder if they... Okay, we can go to the cove. Just trying to see if it's anything in here. Oh. Oh, Zero replied that. Could the other characters attack? That'd be nice. Why is she getting all close to him? Okay.
We're missing something to make this work.
Didn't mean to even press that button.
Again. When will they learn?
Never. You need to do a better job of counting. Okay. Could you get this one? Oh, it's not even open at this moment. Oh shit! Run! Alright, really no need to be in here. Assume that's gonna be a feature thing.
The captain left for the port early this morning. She must have been looking forward to seeing her ship. We should go and meet her.
Okay. I feel like she'll have a dialogue option. I thought I was going to say a different thing.
There you are. I'm happy to see you out of that courtroom and cleared of those ridiculous accusations. Captain Alvida has already returned to her ship and is busy preparing for your journey. When you're ready, just say the word and we'll take you aboard too.
Yeah.
We're ready.
In that case, climb into this boat and it will take you aboard. Godspeed.
Ooh, I'm level 20. I assumed I could have came back. Because that cave didn't open up.
Well, what do you think of my ship? It's quite the change from that old skiff. This one even has a cabin.
Yes, it is a fine vessel. But when will you take us back?
Dude, I don't like Nolan just because he's so annoying.
My family would certainly be able to finance the journey, especially since it would be an opportunity for them to compete with the Dorsays. They're a rival family who rule over the cities of Serene and New Serene. Come to think of it, they too could finance our trip, I suppose. They certainly have the means.
That would entail going to Peren, wouldn't it? I wouldn't mind going there too. There's someone there I need to see.
Really? Someone from Thélème, I presume?
Yes, a man of the cloth who might be able to help me get home. A certain Father Cardinal Pius.
I've heard of him. A charming old man who lives like a monk, I believe.
Yes, he's a priest and the Thélème ambassador. He can help me get home, but his influence could also be useful in getting your expedition financed.
Yes, I've heard of him. Well, having the backing of influential people is rarely a bad thing. My family is going to be thrilled when they hear about my exploits in Alima.
As for me, I'd like to go back to Iskiara. We left behind a giant, rampaging creature, and I hate to think what might happen to the locals and my companions. We can't just leave this beast to wander around. We have to find out what happened after our timely getaway. And since it's not possible to dock in Dooten, this will bring me as close as possible.
If only we had some support within the Alliance. Kernaz's plans worry me.
I have a friend in Olima who could tell us more about them, but it's risky.
Who are you talking about?
Zarin.
But she's Kernaz's wife. I wouldn't count on her betraying him for us.
I don't think they see eye to eye on everything. She's an intelligent, sensitive woman. And like I said, she's a friend. Getting back to Olima won't be easy. Those men are still out there looking for us. But Kernaz's party doesn't hold the majority. And with the right support...
Exactly. Supporters of the true Alliance could make sure you're forgotten.
That's a lot of destinations to choose from. We'll have to choose just one. So, where are we headed?
All aboard the Consignate. Okay.
I'm glad you came to see me. I'm going to need your help. It's a personal matter.
What does it entail?
As you may remember, Silvio told me about a cache on the Constantia. Despite everything that's happened to that ship since sinking, it wasn't discovered. I found my mother's logbook in there, but she had so little trust that she wrote in code. And I don't understand any of it. I need to know what information it holds. It may give me some insight into what happened to her. You understand?
Of course. But what do you expect from me?
I need you to find someone who can translate the logbook.
The NPC in the background is walking back and forth.
I'm at your service.
Someone in Ixantis can surely help us.
Oh, I didn't read what that
One of
said.
the admirals, perhaps.
Are you happy to have become the captain of the Constantia? That boat must mean a lot to you.
I'm happy to have recovered my mother's ship, even though, I admit, I had misgivings at first. After all, she did die at its helm, but when I reached it, I immediately felt a connection.
Can I help you,
And
Tabby?
many memories came back to me. Happy memories of my childhood.
Tell me all about them.
Oh, I have so much to tell. I spent my very first years on this ship, you know? I climbed my first skylines here. I had small legs back then. It was difficult and painful. But when I got to the top, oh, what a view! I had the world at my feet, and I was so proud. Of course, my mother scolded me. I was too young and could have killed myself. But despite that, the feeling of touching the horizon, of being free as a bird, oh, it's something I'll never forget.
Oh, nice.
I won't bother you any longer.
Don't worry. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
That guy is just going back and forth. He is so lost.
Fair winds.
Merchant man.
Hello. I didn't know we had a merchant on board.
Not all ships do, but it seems that you have support among the admirals. Would you like to see what I have for sale? I sell a bit of everything.
That I see. I could buy all this. Okay.
Ah, excellent timing. I was just thinking about you. I wanted to ask you something.
What is it?
I ran into my only nephew, Rudolph, a little while ago in Yuxantis. He's become a naught. To be honest, he wasn't too happy to see me. That's putting it mildly. He was very angry with me. But I've just received a message mentioning him. It appears to have been written by a servant who accuses me of being responsible for the disappearance of his mistress, a merchant from the congregation. He says that she was lured to a meeting by my nephew and never came back. In the course of the various threats of torture and accusations he makes, it emerges that my nephew has also disappeared. I'm worried about him. We don't have a good relationship, but it's all my fault, and I wouldn't want anything to happen to him. I could take care of it myself, but I'm afraid I wouldn't be thinking clearly because it involves my family. Would you help me find my nephew and this woman?
I'm sorry, but I've simply got too much to do right now. I'll come back and talk to you as soon as I can.
Thank you, but don't...
Oh.
See you later.
You can only do one at a time. Oh, fuck me. That kind of dumb. Let's talk to the...
Thank you for coming to see me, Vridengar. We need to talk about that merchant, Iqbal. I want to find the Black Alks. We need to make sure they're okay, or free them if they're still imprisoned. That woman is our only clue. Please help me find her and free our people.
I understand you're worried about them, but... See you later.
Boy.
Okay. We need her. Trying to see something. Okay. Okay.
I hope at least one of the admirals can help us. It's the first time I've heard of an encrypted logbook.
Doesn't she have other relatives who might know her code?
She and my father hadn't been getting along very well towards the end. But apart from him, I don't really see who could help us.
Alright. Save it here. And we'll continue it another day. Until then, adios.
It's all